First down and 10, Russ Poston.
Russ Poston
takes inside the 35 to the 33, a gain of 2.
Carbone, number 61 of Norristown.
Roland Carbone, number 61, making the tackle for the Eagles.
Art, the interesting thing, or not the interesting thing, but the thing that is been very, very evident in the first few minutes here is that Upper Merion is really carrying through with their blocks. That last play, even though the runner was stopped, the linemen were kept on driving.
Connon comes in motion to the near side. Russ Poston, big fullback, takes it for a yard.
Russ Poston, number 40, stopped by
Chris Augustine, number 57, making the tackle.
Number 57, Augustine.
Whoever scores first in this game is going to have a psychological advantage, I feel. A lot of the times that Upper Merion and Norristown have gotten together, the team that scores first usually wins. Corbine, deep for Kelly, has his man. First down for Upper Merion at the Norristown 20.
Art, an interesting thing there was that Upper Merion went from their balanced line to a unbalanced line. It confused the Norristown defense a bit. They didn't react to it as quickly as they should have. They were confused, and as a result, Corbine had a little more time to pass than normally. He was able to pick his receiver out, and I think this is what we said earlier, that Coach Sean is going to throw caution to the wind and throw some new wrinkles in there.
First down and 10, Kelly gets met immediately this time by 3 Norristown players.
Rich Kelly stopped by Pat Pearson, number 44.
Pat Pearson, number 44, led the charge. It'll be second down and 9. We have 9:40 left in the first half. There's no score.
Ball is resting on about the 12-yard line. Second and 9.
Second and 9 from the 12. Corbine looking to the corner. Has the receiver. Touchdown. So Upper Merion gets on the board first.
I'm sorry, that was Jim Cashman, I believe. My view was blocked for a moment. I think it was Jim Cashman who slipped out there from his tight end position and was all alone. It was a great call.
Beautiful slant pass thrown by Corbine. Caesar Ridings coming on to add the extra point.
Rich Condon will hold. Caesar Ridings will attempt the extra point.
Kick is up and good.
If you look at the Upper Merion side, they're really, really fired up now. And Norristown on the other side is just dejected. They can't believe that this has happened. I think on paper, there's no way that Upper Merion should be on the same field with Norristown because of the size that Norristown has. Upper Merion, one of the biggest men, is running the 190 category. And there you find 190 is one of the smaller linemen that Norristown has. So it's just a great shot in the arm for Upper Merion, and this may be what they need to carry through the rest of the game.
Point by Caesar Ridings.
I noticed that Denson's back in the game there. He's in a deep kick receiving formation. I think it's Upper Merion's job to keep the ball away from him because he's such a strong, powerful runner, in addition to having blazing speed, that they just don't want to give Norristown some good position here. So I think you're going to find that Caesar is going to be trying to kick the ball away from him, hook it to the left.
Well, Norristown has been moving the football. The Upper Merion defense has come up big when they've had to. These weather conditions may very well be an equalizer. Norristown obviously with more talent than Upper Merion and more size, as you just mentioned, John, but sometimes poor weather conditions have a habit of making both teams equal. And a line drive is taken and lateraled to number 23.
Rick Waltrip.
Wick Waltrip of Norristown. He's got a good gain. He's going down the sidelines, and if there are no penalties, that's going to be a touchdown.
That was an unbelievable play. A line received that ball, lateral it back, had the presence to lateral it back, and the blocking just formed along that left side and just chopped down the Upper Merion defenders.
Dave Elsier, number 86, was the player that lateraled it to Waldrop. And just like that, Norristown may very well tie things up on the extra point. Those are the type of plays that Norristown has been hitting against Upper Merion over the years.
That is so discouraging when you have a drive like Upper Merion had and then have one play come back and tie the game up. It really is depressing.
Ron Minges, number 3, kicking the extra point through the uprights. So with 9:06 left to go in the first half, we are tied at 7. That'll pick up the Norristown side. Upper Merion will have to go back to work on offense.
It's good, tying the score with 9:06 remaining in the half.
And John, this will test the character of Upper Merion now. After a play like that, can they come back and go down the field? We'll see what happens.
I think you're right, Art. I think in any other game besides the Norristown Upper Merion game, that might be something to kill their spirit. But this game is too big for them to stop. It's too big for them to get down this early in the ball game. I think you're going to see them come back and still have that same kind of drive that they had on their first score.
John Cabot will kick off for the Eagles. Condon and Kelly back deep for the Vikings. Remember, you're watching this game on the School Access channel.
I shooting the cheerleaders, just like in the first touchdown on the for that. Was it kickoff return for a touchdown? Thank you.
Cabot kicks it off, taken by Kelly. Kelly returns it up to the 36-yard line and gets popped right there.
John did a great job there. When he got that ball, he just sort of ran in place there, waiting for his blockers to organize, and then he tried to slip through an opening that occurred right at the middle. But Norristown's tough. They're physical. They broke down the blocking and came in and made a good hit on Kelly.
Ball on the 34-yard line, first and 10.
Ball on the 34, first and 10 for Upper Merion. Kelly in post in the backfield, a little problem, then hands off to Condon. He makes it up to the 40.
Condon, number 5, stopped by...
Nice fake by Porbon, a little reverse inside handoff.
Number 22 of Norristown.
And a gain of 6.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
Kelly jumps over one man and gets a first down.
Rich Kelly.
Outstanding job of running that time. He did a great job. As we said in our earlier telecast, Rich Kelly is going to go on a weight training program after the season with the hope that he can put on a few more pounds and bulk up, because many times when he's just hit by 1 or 2 men, he just goes off his feet very easily. He's trying to bulk up so he gets more power in those legs of his.
Upper Merion has the ball on their own 48, first and 10. Poston inside the 50 to the 49.
Poston over the midfield stripe.
Bill Angelucci, number 78, making the stop.
Made that stop for Norristown. Ball on the 49-yard line. Second down and 7.
Don Lodge, number 85, is lined up to the left side. Porbon hands off, straight forward to Kelly.
Upper Merion has really been sustaining their running game here. They really had a great drive, that first drive, and they're picking up where they left off. They're putting it all together. There's no mistakes offensively. There's been no fumbles. There's been no offside penalties. They've just been hitting on all carburetors. And I think that's this is something that the coaches were striving for the last couple of days of practice, and it's really evident here today that they're really doing a good job.
3rd down and 4. Hand off to Kelly, and we have a flag.
We jinxed them. As soon as we said they were doing so well, they had an offside penalty here. One of the linemen broke too soon.
Vikings will be set back 5 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 9. And they'll be operating from their own 49-yard line with 6:44 left to go in the first half. We are knotted at 7.
Assessed against Upper Merion 5 yards.
Condon in motion to the far side. Porbine looking to the left. Can't find anybody. He drops the football, but they whistle the play dead ahead of time. It looked like his arm went forward. He's trying to dump it off to one of his backs, unsuccessful. And Caesar Ridings will have to come on to punt it. Rick Waldrop, who scored the Norristown touchdown on the lateral play, is back to receive, along with number 10, John Cabot.
Number 22, 23, Rick Waldrop.
Ridings gets it away.
Oh, beautiful
nice
punt.
kick. And goes out of bounds. Around the 15-yard line.
About the 11-yard line. Caesar Ridings
At
kick.
the 11 is where they'll spot it, so it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Norristown Eagles from there.
1st and 10 for the Eagles.
Norristown taking over. Bello and Denson the backs. And it's taken by the quarterback, Matt Weber.
Matt Weber, number 11, is the ball carrier. Stopped by number 16.
Number 16, Dan Cool, making the tackle for Upper Merion. Good play, gain of 8.
18-yard line.
Ball on the 18, 2nd and 2.
Both coaches, Coach Shine and Coach Grove, use a shuttle system where they bring in their ends to call the plays.
Denson is corralled by the Upper Merion defense after a gain of a couple yards. We'll see where they mark it. They needed 2 yards for the first.
Led by Pat Ponce.
That's another example of the power of Denson. He was stopped behind the line of scrimmage and just was able to bull his way up inside. He may have a 1st down. There's a measurement now.
He does have the 1st down, so Norristown's drive continues.
Officials indicate that's a 1st down.
And the ball on their own 23-yard line. Number 84, Ronnie Williams, is split to the right side. The handoff.
That play art was taken from the Upper Merion playbook. It was just an inside reverse, and Upper Merion was laying back just waiting for it. Didn't fool the Upper Merion defense at all.
Jamie Ramsey.
Roy Suber, number 4, was the man to carry the last ball for Norristown. He didn't pick up anything on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10. Norristown using the power eye on this play.
Ah, great job, Upper Merion defense. They lined up there. They looked awesome with that power eye and the big men up front. Upper Merion was just able to slice through there with their 4-4 defense and just put the stop to the play for maybe a yard gain. But that was a great job defensively.
Jim Doherty and Rob Jackson stop the Norristown ball carrier. It'll be 3rd down and 8. And if Upper Merion can stop Norristown here, they might get pretty good field position. Hand off to Denson. Denson fighting his way, but short of the 1st down. So Norristown will have to punt it away. Number 14, Paul Serino, making the tackle for the Vikings.
I'm really surprised that Denson is playing as much as he is. When talking to the coaches, they were going to hold him back until it was absolutely necessary. With the game tied like this, I don't think it's absolutely necessary, but maybe Coach Grove thinks he needs him in there for this offensive thrust.
John Cabot debuted for Norristown. DeGinto and Kelly back to receive it. Kelly lets it bounce in front of him and then picks it up and skids onto the turf. And a late hit was administered to Kelly by Norristown, so that'll give the Vikings a break.
Well, that was totally unnecessary. John Kelly's knees were on the ground. He had done a split. He was in a disadvantaged position, and the Norristown boy just continued to drive through, and now that's going to give Upper Merion real good field position. It was a good call by the official.
Gilbert Chavez, number 33, made a stop on the Kelly, but there is a flag, a 15-yard assessment.
This will be a big penalty. Upper Merion will start things off in Norristown territory, down at the Eagle 46-yard line. They have 2 minutes and 59 seconds with which to put something on the board before the intermission.
Art, we've noticed that in this first half of play that there's been virtually no running plays at the outside, except maybe one that Norristown had for a big gainer. But most of the running plays are between tackle to tackle, and I think that's the field is the reason for this.
Condon comes in motion to the near side. Porbine looking to go to the air. Dumps one up for Kelly. He is plastered by Jock Richard.
Well, that play was open as it developed. It was an opening, but Porbon just didn't get the ball there fast enough. It was a problem in handling the ball, and in a slippery situation like this, he's not going to be able to rifle the ball out there. I think it would have been a good gainer had he got the ball out there sooner.
It'll be 2nd down and 10. At the Norristown 46. Porbine.
Screen pass to Poston.
Russ Poston, the side was cleared out very well. There weren't any Norristown defenders over there. Very nice counter play to the opposite side of the field. He was wide open.
Well, that was a great screen pass by Upper Merion. They had the whole flow going to the right. Norristown defense chased the play to the right, and then they just came back to the left, and Poston had a clear field. 1st down, Upper Merion.
31-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 31. The Vikings are on the warpath with 2:26 left to go in the first half. Kelly down to the 27.
Rich Kelly.
He was ankle tackled by Chavis, number 33.
Albert Chavez, number 33, made that stop.
Again, that was a little counter play with Brian Russo, the center, doing a good job of blocking for Upper Merion.
28-yard line. 2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6. Porbine looking and intercepted.
Well, Upper Merion went unbalanced line that time. They tried to flood the one side of the field, the strong side of the field. Maybe looking back at it, Dan just forced that ball too much on that side. He could have had a room to run, but he chose to pass it to his split end DeGinto.
Dwayne Jones, number 22, picked off the Porbine aerial, so Norristown has it 1st down and 10.
1st and 10 for the Eagles.
And we have 1:40 left to go in the first half of play. Denson Gets 3 yards before he's stopped by the Vikings.
Ball carrier, stopped by number.
Again, a superb effort by that defensive line of Merion. They're just shutting down this this big, strong running game of Norristown.
Yard line, 2nd down and 8.
Both coaches felt that the advantage today would be on the offense simply because they know where they're going and they know how to break, and the defensive players, when they're making their breaks, might slip. So, but the defense have played great for both sides.
Denson carries once again. Upper Merion calls timeout. There's 48 seconds left to go. It'll be 3rd down.
Benson again is the ball
And if they can
carrier.
stop Norristown this next play, they might get the ball back and at least have an opportunity to get something on the board and untie the knot that we are at. The score is 7-7.
15-yard line, 3rd and 5. The other senior cheerleaders today, we'll go right again, Leila Glidden, the captain, Marie Santoro, the co-captain, Mary Ellen,
It'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Norristown Eagles.
Andrea Pinizelli, Renee Cohan, Bonnie Nimpus, also a senior.
And just like to mention, Art, just listening again to Mr. Fox, the public address announcer here at Viking Field, mention about the cheerleaders collecting for MS. They've done an outstanding job this year of supporting this worthy cause under the leadership of their sponsor, Pam Ponnock. And they've had several functions at the school. Most recently, during Spirit Week, they sponsored a dance, the sock hop in the gymnasium, and they really had a nice contribution from the student body in going to this very worthy cause of supporting muscular dystrophy. Our hats off to the cheerleaders and Mrs. Ponnock.
Third and 5. Quarterback keeps and goes down. Great play by Upper Merion. Matt Weber never had a chance.
Well, that was number 49 for Upper Merion, Jim Koresko, who did a great job. Wasn't fooled on that play. Just kept on coming and coming until he threw him down for a loss. Now this puts the pressure on the Norristown kicker. The last couple punts, they've had good snaps. He's cradled the ball, and his first responsibility was to catch it. But, you know, the pressure builds up in a situation like this. He'll be punting from his end zone. There's going to be an awful lot of pressure on him, and if he doesn't get the ball out in good field position, Upper Merion might come through with Caesar Riding's field goal attempt. You never can tell.
At halftime, the cheerleaders will be collecting for MS here at Upper Merion.
We have 38 seconds left in the first half, and Upper Merion should be presented with good field position.
This year's representative in the MS drive. Please support the cheerleaders and make a little Thanksgiving donation to the MS cause, all right? Hope those pockets.
Cabot will be punting it away for Norristown.
I think Coach Sean has instructed Rich Kelly that he should try to make a fair catch attempt, so they'll be in pretty good position for a field goal.
I think Upper Merion jumped. It is 4th and 15, though, so the penalty won't hurt them too much.
What it does do, though, it takes some of that pressure off the punter's shoulders, because instead of being in the end zone now, he can get it out. He'll be out around the 1-2 yard line, and he'll be in a little better position to kick the ball. That aggressiveness may be a sign that Upper Merion's going to really put a lot of pressure on and try to block the punt. Let's see.
Cabot gets a kickoff, and this is a beautiful spiral. Takes a Norristown bounce back into Upper Merion territory.
Well, that just blew the strategy of Coach Shine. That was an excellent punt. That was over 50 yards, and couldn't come at a better time for Norristown.
So Upper Merion instead will have the ball at their own 40. There's 28 seconds left. And we'll see how they play it. Condon comes in motion the near side. DeGinto split to the left. Handoff goes to Russ Poston. Looks like Upper Merion's playing conservative. They're going to let this run out.
Well, I think that's a wise decision on with the field as it is today. Rather go for the long pass and have a chance of an interception and run back. I think Coach Shine just felt, well, let's keep it on the ground, take it in halftime tied 7-7, regroup and come out. I think in just looking over the first half, Art, that Upper Merion has nothing to be ashamed of. They really get a good account of themselves, and I think they, quite honestly, outplayed Norristown offensively and defensively. And it was just that one quirk play on the kickoff that Norristown was able to get on the boards.
So there's your score, 7-7 at halftime, Upper Merion Norristown.